There is a law that governs riches, a vibration that answers to wealth, just as surely as an echo answers to sound. The fastest way to get rich is not found in struggle, in endless labor, or in the anxious pursuit of money. It is found in aligning yourself with the unseen current that already holds abundance. Most people chase riches as though wealth is running from them. They think money hides behind effort, luck, or chance. But wealth does not hide. It is waiting. It stands in plain sight to the one who knows that riches begin in the mind long before they take form in the hand. When you live in fear of lack, you close the gate of supply. Fear says, there is not enough. Faith says, there is always more. The universe responds not to your need, but to your knowing. The one who walks in the vibration of plenty cannot experience lack. Because the law of manifestation cannot be deceived. What you deeply feel and believe becomes what you live. The fastest way to get rich is to stop seeing yourself as poor. Poverty is not a condition. It is a thought habit. As long as you think of yourself as needing money, you are affirming separation from it. The rich man in consciousness never chases, he attracts. He does not compete, he commands. He does not beg, he blesses. Every time you say, I can't afford it, you cast a shadow over your own prosperity. Every time you say, money comes to me easily and frequently, you open the windows of supply. Your words are orders to the invisible servants of creation. Speak wealth, and wealth must obey. Speak limitation, and limitation will rush to fulfill your prophecy. The universe is a perfect mirror. Whatever image you hold before it, it reflects back multiplied. Hold an image of abundance, and your outer world will begin to shape itself accordingly. Do not ask how it will happen. The how belongs to divine intelligence, not to you. Your only duty is to hold the vibration of receiving, to know that it is already done. You must become rich in thought, in gratitude, in generosity. Rich thoughts attract rich circumstances. Gratitude multiplies everything it touches. Generosity proves that you trust the law of return. Give joyfully, and what you give returns to you pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Do not look at appearances. Appearances are only shadows of former thinking. You may see an empty wallet, but in the unseen, there is already a full one on its way. Speak to it as though it were here. Say, I give thanks that money flows to me now in perfect ways. I am surrounded by wealth. I live in abundance. Your words are your wand, your belief gives them life. The fastest way to get rich is to feel rich now. Feel the joy of having enough. Feel the ease of overflow. Feel the satisfaction of freedom. When you live in that vibration, the universe rushes to match it. The law of wealth does not wait. It responds instantly to conviction. Every rich person, whether they know it or not, has mastered one truth. Money is energy, and energy obeys consciousness. Align your consciousness with wealth, and the outer must follow. The law cannot fail. The rich vibration is one of confidence, peace, and gratitude. The poor vibration is one of fear, doubt, and complaint. Choose which signal you will broadcast, for that signal determines your reality. You are not here to chase money. You are here to command it through the power of divine alignment. The moment you realize that wealth is your birthright, not your pursuit, everything begins to shift. The channels open, opportunities appear, and the right ideas come at the right time. Affirm each day, I am a magnet for wealth. Money loves me. Abundance flows through me. I walk in divine prosperity. Say it until you believe it. Believe it until you see it. See it until you live it. And when you live it, you will understand the fastest way to get rich was never about speed. It was about alignment. The riches you seek are not far from you. They are waiting behind your thoughts, ready to rush forward the moment you believe you already have them. The key has always been in your consciousness. The gate opens the instant you say with unwavering faith, I am rich now. Wealth is not pursued. It is aligned with through thought and vibration. Most people spend their entire lives chasing after money, believing that the harder they run, the closer they will get to prosperity. Yet, the truth is that pursuit creates distance. To chase something is to affirm that you do not have it, and the universe, being exact in its reflection, will continue to mirror that state of not having. The rich vibration is never born of chase, it is born of knowing. When you align your thoughts and emotions with abundance, You draw wealth to you with the ease of a magnet pulling metal. The energy of money is sensitive. It responds instantly to the frequency of belief, to the certainty that supply is already present in the unseen before it shows itself in the visible world. Everything in life operates by law, and the law of wealth is no exception. The law says that what you focus upon with emotion and conviction must multiply. So if you focus on lack, lack expands. If you focus on abundance, abundance expands. The universe has no preference, it only mirrors your signal. When your mind vibrates with gratitude, joy, and faith, it becomes a match for prosperity. The fastest way to wealth is not through force but through alignment. Through bringing your inner state into harmony with the reality you wish to experience. It is not about how much effort you exert, but how clearly and consistently you can hold the vibration of being already wealthy. When a person constantly worries about bills, debt, or scarcity, they are tuning their vibration to fear, and fear repels abundance. Money is energy, and energy cannot flow where fear blocks the channel. That is why people who struggle often find themselves in a repeating cycle. They work hard, but their inner conversation contradicts their outer effort. They speak of wanting wealth while imagining lack, and thus the universe delivers according to their deeper belief. The alignment of thought and vibration is the secret key. You must think rich, feel rich, and act from richness even before the evidence appears. The outer world always follows the inner picture. To align with wealth means to train the mind to see abundance everywhere. It is to stop measuring life by what appears to be missing, and to start recognizing the overflowing goodness that already surrounds you. The person who wakes each day with gratitude has already opened the door to riches. Gratitude changes vibration instantly. It lifts thought from complaint to contentment, from need to fulfillment. In that lifted state you become magnetic to supply. What you bless multiplies. What you criticize diminishes. Bless your money, bless your work, bless every opportunity, and more of it must come because blessing is a declaration of alignment with good. You must also align your emotions, not just your thoughts. Thoughts create the mold, but emotion gives it power. If you think of wealth while feeling doubt or unworthiness, your vibration remains divided, and divided energy cannot manifest. The emotional tone must match the thought. You must feel deserving of prosperity, not because you worked for it, but because it is natural to you. You were born into a universe of endless supply. Look at nature. There is no shortage of leaves on the trees, stars in the sky, or waves in the sea. The same principle applies to wealth. The universe is infinitely abundant, and your access to that abundance depends entirely on your willingness to align with it in consciousness. Alignment requires release. You cannot hold on to the vibration of struggle and receive ease at the same time. Many people sabotage their prosperity by clinging to old beliefs such as, money is hard to get, or, rich people are lucky. Every time you repeat these ideas, you reinforce separation from wealth. Instead declare, money flows to me effortlessly, and, I am divinely guided to prosperous opportunities. Speak these words until they feel natural, until your vibration adjusts to their truth. The subconscious mind accepts whatever is impressed upon it through repetition and emotion. Once belief changes, experience must follow, for reality has no choice but to mirror consciousness. To align with wealth is to live as though you already possess it. This does not mean reckless spending or pretending, but living in a state of confidence and faith. Pay your bills with gratitude, knowing more is on its way. Give generously without fear of loss. Expect miracles in your finances. Every action performed in faith strengthens the alignment. Wealth flows to those who feel at ease with it, who treat it as a trusted friend rather than an elusive stranger. Money loves order, peace, and purpose. When your inner world is calm and grateful, your outer world begins to reflect that same harmony in financial form. The alignment also requires clarity of vision. You must know what you desire and hold that picture firmly in your mind. Unclear intentions produce unclear results. Picture the lifestyle, the freedom, the impact, and the comfort that true wealth brings. Feel it now. The clearer the mental image, the stronger the vibration you send forth. The universe always answers clear, confident intention. It cannot resist a mind that knows exactly what it wants and expects to receive it. When you hold that picture without doubt, the invisible forces of supply move into motion to fulfill it. True alignment goes beyond money itself. It is about aligning with the feeling that money represents. Freedom, security, joy, and ease. When you vibrate at those frequencies, money simply becomes one of the many expressions of that energy. You begin to notice that opportunities find you effortlessly, ideas appear at the perfect time, and connections open doors without struggle. This is not luck but law, the natural outcome of alignment. When you pursue wealth from a place of fear or urgency, you block it. But when you align with the truth that wealth is already part of your spiritual inheritance, you unlock it. The rich vibration is quiet, assured, and unhurried. It knows that all good things are already done in the unseen, and will appear at the appointed time. This knowing dissolves worry, and in its place rises calm expectation, the surest signal of alignment with prosperity. Wealth responds to certainty. The moment you stop chasing and start knowing, the current of abundance begins to flow through every area of your life. Opportunities, ideas, people, and resources begin to align themselves around you, as if drawn by invisible strings. The energy of wealth recognizes itself in you and rushes to meet its reflection. You realize that you never needed to run after money. It was your vibration it was waiting for. The alignment of thought and vibration turns you from a seeker into an attractor, from a chaser into a commander, from one hoping for riches to one living in them. Speak and feel abundance now, and the universe must mirror it. Every word that leaves your lips carries a vibration, and every feeling that moves through your heart sends a signal to the universe. You are constantly creating, not by effort or struggle, but by the vibration of your speech and emotion. When you speak of lack, you declare lack. When you speak of wealth, you declare wealth. The universe does not interpret your words as wishes. It receives them as commands. If you say, "I never have enough," the universe obediently echoes that truth back to you. If you say, "I am surrounded by plenty," the same law brings evidence of plenty into your life. Words are not small, they are creative power in motion. Every spoken thought is a seed planted in the field of the invisible, and every seed must bear fruit after its kind. Many people speak of wealth while feeling lack, and then wonder why nothing changes. The spoken word and the emotional vibration must match. You cannot speak faith while feeling fear, nor can you speak abundance while vibrating scarcity. The law of creation listens not only to the words, but to the emotional energy beneath them. To speak abundance effectively, you must feel it in your heart, sense it in your body, and let it live in your imagination, as if it were already true. Feeling is the language of the universe. It is not the words themselves that create, but the vibration that your feeling gives them. When you feel rich, loved, and secure, you send out a frequency that draws corresponding experiences into your life. The universe mirrors your inner world precisely and faithfully every day. Countless people unknowingly speak their own limitations into existence. They say, "I can't afford this. Money is tight. I'm always struggling." These words sound innocent, but they are powerful affirmations of lack. Each time such a phrase is spoken, it reinforces the belief that scarcity is real, and that belief shapes reality. The first step toward wealth is discipline over speech. You must learn to guard your words as treasures. Never speak of limitation, even casually, for the universe takes you at your word. Replace every negative phrase with one that affirms abundance. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," say, "That's not in my plan right now, but the money will come easily." Instead of saying, "Money goes as fast as it comes," say, "Money flows through me in continuous and increasing streams." The shift may feel small, but it transforms vibration, and vibration transforms destiny. Your emotions are magnets. They either attract or repel abundance depending on the frequency they carry. When you feel worry or doubt, you are unknowingly sending out a repelling signal to wealth. When you feel joy, peace, and gratitude, you are calling abundance toward you with irresistible force. To feel abundance now, you must practice gratitude before the evidence appears. Gratitude is the secret passageway between the unseen and the seen. When you give thanks for what you desire as though it were already present, you align with the vibration of receiving. The universe cannot withhold from the grateful heart. because gratitude declares that you already have it. And according to law, to him who has, more shall be given. You can transform any situation by changing the way you speak and feel about it. If your finances seem limited, do not speak of debt. Speak of divine supply. Do not feel panic, feel faith. When you align your words and emotions with abundance, even the most impossible situations begin to rearrange themselves. The outer world bends to the inner vibration. Bills get paid in unexpected ways, opportunities arise out of nowhere, ideas appear in the quiet moments, and people cross your path who hold the very answers you need. These are not coincidences but reflections of your new vibration. The universe is infinitely intelligent and infinitely obedient. It mirrors your dominant feeling and spoken belief exactly. To speak abundance is not to ignore reality. It is to declare a higher one. When you speak of wealth in the midst of lack, you are not lying. You are creating. The world around you is but a snapshot of your past vibration, not a prediction of your future one. Each time you affirm abundance, you are rewriting the energetic script of your life. The vibration of truth always overrides the illusion of limitation. Speak the words, "Everything I desire is flowing to me now," and feel the ease of that reality. Feel the joy as if the results were already visible. Feel the excitement of answered prayer. These emotions broadcast a powerful frequency that the universe cannot resist. What you feel consistently becomes what you live consistently. To master this law, you must train yourself to remain unwavering, even when appearances contradict your words. There will be moments when your outer world still seems small while you are declaring greatness. Do not be moved by what you see, be moved by what you know. The spoken word of faith has creative power that transcends circumstance. Every time you affirm abundance and feel its truth, you are sending a signal that rearranges energy. The unseen forces begin to shift, reorganize, and prepare the way for manifestation. The delay is only the time it takes for invisible substance to take visible form. Never cancel your words with doubt. The moment you say, "Maybe it's not working," you pull the seed from the soil. Keep speaking. Keep feeling. Keep vibrating. The most powerful way to maintain the feeling of abundance is to live as though you already are abundant. Move with confidence, speak with assurance, and express generosity. When you act from abundance, you demonstrate belief. Belief solidifies vibration. If you receive a small amount of money, treat it with joy as if it were much. Bless it, appreciate it, and it will multiply. When you give freely, you show the universe that you trust its supply. The one who hoards declares fear of loss, but the one who gives declares confidence in abundance. Giving, when done with joy, magnifies your vibration. The universe cannot resist returning multiplied blessings to one who gives from faith, and not from fear. Your environment also reflects your vibration. Surround yourself with beauty, order, and symbols of prosperity. Speak wealth into your home. Bless your work, your wallet, your business, your ideas. Words of blessing create an atmosphere where prosperity feels welcome. When you walk into a room filled with gratitude, peace, and expectation, you can feel the difference in energy. That energy is the same frequency that attracts wealth. The vibration of abundance is not noisy. It is calm, steady, and confident. It does not beg or plead. It knows. It is the vibration of already having, not of hoping someday to receive. Every day offers opportunities to practice this alignment. When you wake, speak gratitude. When you spend, speak circulation. When you give, speak multiplication. When you rest, speak peace. These small moments compound into great transformation. The more consistently you speak and feel abundance, the more natural it becomes. The universe is never slow, it is precise. When your vibration matches abundance, the reflection must appear. It cannot do otherwise, for the law is unbreakable. The only question is whether your words and emotions are in harmony or contradiction. Once they unite in faith, creation is instantaneous in the unseen and inevitable in the seen. Speak abundance not occasionally, but habitually. Let your words become a river of prosperity flowing through every conversation. Let your feelings rest in the certainty that life supports you fully. The law of reflection will never fail. The universe is your mirror, and your speech and emotion are the brushstrokes painting the image upon it. Speak as the rich speak, feel as the rich feel, and soon the reflection of that richness must appear before your eyes. The fastest path to riches is knowing you already possess them in consciousness. Everything begins in the invisible before it takes form in the visible. The house exists in the blueprint before the bricks are laid. The melody exists in silence before it becomes sound. And wealth exists in consciousness before it appears as money. To know that you already possess riches is to align yourself with the eternal law of manifestation. The universe is mental and vibrational. It can only reflect what is impressed upon it through thought and belief. When you know you are rich in spirit, ideas, and divine supply, the outer world must bend to that knowing. What most people call faith is merely hope, but true faith is awareness. It is the unshakable inner conviction that what you desire is already accomplished in the unseen. Every thought you think is a command to the creative substance of the universe. The moment you think and feel wealth as yours, that moment creation begins to move on your behalf. People imagine they must wait until they have physical evidence before they can feel rich, but that is reversing the law. The feeling must come first, for the feeling is the cause and the manifestation is the effect. When you hold the consciousness of already having, the outer world begins to rearrange itself to mirror that inner state. This is not imagination or wishful thinking. It is the operation of divine law. The unseen responds only to the vibration of certainty. Doubt delays, knowing accelerates. The fastest path to riches is not effort but realization. The realization that you are already in possession of the substance of everything you desire. There is only one mind, one source, one substance, and you are connected to it. You live and move within the infinite supply of that substance, just as a fish swims in the ocean. Yet most people act as though they are separate from it, as though they must struggle to earn what has already been given. They look outside for wealth while holding poverty within, and the outer world simply reflects their inner conviction. The truth is that your supply has never been outside you. It flows through you, not to you. It is not about getting, it is about realizing. When you awaken to the awareness that you already have access to all good, you stop grasping, you stop fearing, and you begin to radiate. That radiance is the signal that draws wealth into your experience. Consciousness is the only real currency. And when you possess the consciousness of abundance, physical money must follow as a shadow follows the body. To know that you are rich is not arrogance. It is alignment with truth. You were born rich because you were born from an infinite source. The same intelligence that created the stars and keeps the planets in motion flows through you. The energy that grows the trees, that paints the sunsets, and that keeps the tides of the ocean moving, is the same energy that sustains your life. This energy is limitless and ever-present. When you claim poverty, you are denying your divine nature. When you claim wealth in consciousness, you are affirming the truth of your being. Wealth is not something to be earned, but something to be expressed. You do not become rich. You reveal the richness that is already yours. The consciousness of wealth begins with inner dialogue. The thoughts you entertain, the words you speak to yourself, and the beliefs you repeat form the pattern of your experience. If you constantly affirm, "I don't have enough," you strengthen that pattern of lack. But if you affirm, "I am one with infinite supply, everything I need is already within me," you establish a new pattern that invites abundance to flow. The outer results may seem slow at first, but the inner transformation begins immediately. As your consciousness expands, your conditions must expand to match it. You are never waiting on the universe. It is always waiting on you to know your power. Knowing you already possess wealth in consciousness allows you to act differently. You no longer make decisions from fear. You do not shrink from opportunity because of imagined limitations. You move with confidence because you know supply is endless. You are not anxious about what will come next because you understand that your inner state is the source of every outcome. You spend, give, and receive with ease because you trust the law of circulation. The one who knows he is rich never fears loss, for he understands that he can recreate anything through his awareness. Money may come and go, but consciousness remains the fountain from which all manifestations flow. To live in this state of knowing, you must practice mental discipline. Each time a thought of lack arises, replace it instantly with the truth of abundance. Say within yourself, I live in a universe of infinite supply. I am rich now. Refuse to let appearances dictate your faith. Appearances are temporary, but consciousness is eternal. When you hold firmly to your inner knowing, the outer world cannot resist conforming. The law does not work sometimes, it works all the time. The only variation lies in the strength of your conviction. The stronger your knowing, the faster the manifestation. The richest people in spirit are those who have mastered calm expectation. They do not strain or chase, they rest in certainty. The energy of knowing has a distinct vibration. It is peaceful, unwavering, and magnetic. It carries no desperation, no doubt, no need to prove. It simply exists in quiet assurance. When you walk in that vibration, people sense it. Opportunities seem to seek you out. Ideas flow easily. The right connections appear without struggle. The universe rearranges itself to match your frequency, because it must obey the law of resonance. The outer is compelled to match the inner. This is why two people can live in the same world yet experience entirely different realities. One operates from the vibration of lack, the other from the consciousness of abundance. The difference is not in effort but in awareness. Knowing you are rich does not mean ignoring reality. It means choosing the higher truth. You may see temporary lack, but you know it cannot last because your consciousness does not sustain it. You do not deny what exists, you transcend it through awareness. You bless the appearance and declare the truth behind it, that abundance is always unfolding, even when unseen. This shift in perception transforms every challenge into opportunity. When you meet difficulty with the vibration of wealth, it dissolves. When you meet it with fear, it expands. Consciousness is the determining factor in every circumstance of life. True wealth is not measured by possessions but by the ability to create from within. A person with wealth consciousness could lose all material things and still attract new abundance effortlessly, because they have not lost the source of wealth, their alignment with it. On the other hand, a person without that consciousness can gain temporary riches and lose them quickly, because they have not yet built the inner foundation. The fastest way to riches, therefore, is not by accumulating objects but by deepening awareness. When you know who you are and what laws govern your life, you become unshakable. The external world may shift, but you remain anchored in the vibration of prosperity. The awareness of already possessing riches changes your entire experience of life. You stop competing. You stop comparing. You stop worrying about timing. You understand that what is yours cannot be delayed or denied. You move through the world with calm assurance, and that very assurance becomes your magnet for wealth. Life mirrors your certainty with evidence of prosperity in every area: money, opportunities, relationships, peace, and freedom. You become a living expression of divine supply. The invisible becomes visible through you, because you have aligned with its truth. The richest people are not those who chase wealth, but those who walk in the quiet realization that they have never been without it.